We back with another one, man. Welcome to the channel. Definitely, OUIJA boards. Don't play with them. Don't touch them. While we still, while we trying to communicate with the dead. While we trying to do these things, man. Crazy. If you're new to the channel, appreciate you for being here. If you've been here, you know what time it is. You feel me? Let's get right into it, though, man. Shout out Mr. Nightmare. You already know. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to my channel. Let's get into it, man.
Ouija boards have long been a supposed way to connect with spirits and demons.
Ouija.
They're sold in most board game aisles and toy stores, and work by one or more participants placing their hands on a plastic or wood piece called a planchette, with a small glass circle in it, which is used to highlight a single letter on the board.
Don't even be moving.
The participants are then supposed to ask any question, and the piece is supposed to move to form answers out of the letters, supposedly by spirits. The game is normally played as a gag within groups of friends, and the piece is usually moved by one of the participants as a joke, or even unintentionally. However, there are countless stories of people who claim to have actually contacted demons and had serious repercussions because of it.
Like, how the piece be moving though? Because I've
Number
been seeing
6.
pieces moving on the internet.
A mother and daughter who were reportedly told during a Ouija board session that they would soon die were both critically ill in the hospital following a fire at their home, which was engulfed in flames mere hours after the Ouija board made its grim prediction.
I mean, but maybe that won't warn them though. You know what I'm saying? But still, crazy nonetheless.
The two were treated in a hospital after the fire. It's said that the mother and daughter used the Ouija board in an attempt to contact their dead dog on the night before the fire. This beloved family pet was dismembered and killed by the mother's husband, Paul Carroll, who initially claimed he killed the dog because it became possessed following a previous Ouija board session. Paul was sentenced later that month for causing unnecessary suffering to an animal. Following the Ouija board session where the mother and daughter attempted to contact their deceased dog, their neighbor Donna Sowerby revealed that Katrina Livingstone had confessed that the Ouija board had predicted their deaths.
Why are you trying to fucking contact a dog? A dead dog? Not with a person.
Number 5.
No offense, I love my dog, but
St. Andrew's Boarding School in Delaware is a well-known private boarding school with a very positive reputation, which may make it more surprising that a group of boys snuck out past curfew one night to use a Ouija board in the woods. The group of 4 came prepared, equipped with candles and a flat surface to place the board and candles on. The 4 boys asked the board very...
Like, for out of all the things to skip curfew for, movies, parties, having fun, you feel me? You want to play with a Ouija board. All new age kids,
questions,
man. I don't know
playing religiously, trying not to make a joke of it. There was no movement until one of the boys asked the question, "Will anything bad happen in my future?" The piece then slowly began to move, spelling out the words, "right now." One of the boys, Ferlin Mako, suddenly started twitching and jerking his arms and head. He then turned and focused on one of the boys next to him with a devilish stare before lunging at him and screaming, "I don't know you." The 2 other boys grabbed Ferlin off of him and he shortly passed out. The 3 boys carried him back to his dorm room where they left him in his bed.
That's why you don't play with goddamn spirits.
The next morning, Ferlin showed no signs of remembrance from the previous night. They fessed up and took him to the nurse to see what could have been wrong with him. But of course, she didn't have much of an...
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You got one time to get possessed around me. I'm gonna keep it 100. You got one time for me to catch you doing anything crazy, like twisting your head too far, either like anything, bro. Anything, bro. I'm gonna put you on a witching trial, bro. We not been playing like that.
Explanation.
Y'all seen Paranormal Activity? There's too many red flags.
Number 4.
A wife or not?
A Redditor who says he was about 12 or 13 was spending the night at his friend Michael's house, goofing around with a Ouija board with Michael and his sister in their basement. They were just kind of scaring themselves, moving the planchette around for fun and not taking it very seriously, when they got a rather disturbing message. They asked the question, "Where are you?" And in response, the planchette started spelling something.
Right here, motherfucker.
I-C-A-N. It continued on until it spelled out the sentence, "I can see you through the window."
Really?
The 3 kids laughed, thinking one of the others spelled out the phrase. There was a small window in the basement room where they were, and just the backyard and woods past the driveway were visible through the window.
Having a basement
though it was much too dark to see anything outside.
We ain't got them at
They all looked at the window anyway as a kind of natural response, and as they did, they heard that sound.
Scared me, man.
The stomach-churning sound of someone or something from outside in the dark backyard at 11:30 at night viciously knocking on the basement window. Being the young kids they were, they all screamed until Michael's dad came rushing downstairs. When they explained what happened to his dad, he took them outside with the backyard.
I'm sorry, hearing random knocks or sirens will always scare the shit out of you. Especially if you just locked in on something and just come randomly, like, so like how music be crazy.
The lights on to search for anyone who may be lurking around. As soon as they told him about what the Ouija board said, Michael's dad ushered them inside and suggested they go to bed. That was when he stopped believing what the kids had said.
Sheesh, now you gotta believe me, Pops.
Number 3.
Fuck that.
In 2014, 3 American friends were taken to the hospital after reportedly becoming possessed by evil spirits while playing with a Ouija board. Alexandra Huerta, aged 22, was playing the game with her brother Sergio, aged 23, and 18-year-old cousin Fernando Cuevas at a house in the village of San Juan in southwest Mexico. But minutes into it, she apparently started growling and thrashing around in a trance-like state, as this video captures.
Oh, nah, see, this is, hey, y'all need to pay attention to this shit. All y'all little seances, motherfuckers out here about to take me to the shit ain't a joke, man.
Tranquila ya.
Shit ain't no joke.
Meanwhile,
Hey,
Sergio and
ASAP,
Fernando
bro.
also
That would've been a hit
reportedly
on
started
that.
showing signs of possession, including
That's
feelings
crazy,
of blindness, deafness, and hallucinations.
Being possessed.
Paramedics were called and took the 3 to the hospital.
What's the cure for
They
that?
restrained Alexandra to prevent her from hurting herself before treating
Nah,
the
for
3
real.
with
Holy water?
painkillers,
You
anti-stress
gotta read a verse in the
medication,
Bible?
and eye
What the
drops,
fuck do you do?
which seemingly worked.
I don't see
The
one way
director
out
of
for them.
public safety in a nearby town said the medical rescue of these 3 was very complicated. They had involuntary movements, and it was very difficult to transfer them to the nearest hospital because they were so erratic. He said they spoke of feeling numbness, double vision, blindness, deafness, hallucinations, muscle spasms, and difficulty swallowing.
Dog. Ain't no way.
Alexandra's parents called paramedics after a local Catholic priest refused to perform an exorcism on the 3 because they were not regular churchgoers.
What? That's fucked up.
Number 2. 3
That's fucked
brothers
up.
were using a Ouija board while their
God
parents
send
were
you
out on
something
a
else
cold,
for that.
rainy night.
You wanna help them folks?
They were playing the game on the dining room table with the lights dimmed, asking typical questions. They started with questions like, "What is my name?" and "What is your name?" which
Why
didn't
would you
summon
even buy
any
this shit?
responses.
I just don't understand it.
Then
I
they
keep
asked the
saying
question,
like,
"Is
what?
anybody there?" which caused the
Asking for
planchette
it.
to slowly move to the word "yes" at the top of the board. The boys then asked the board, "When will we die?" and the board formed the sentence,
That's
"Death
the dumbest
comes
question
now."
to ask anything, dude. What
Only
the fuck?
minutes
I would never
later,
ask nothing
they
but that
received a
question.
disturbing phone call. It was the boy's father on the other end, crying hysterically. He told one of the boys that he swerved off the road into a tree and their mom died on impact.
Oh god.
The
That's
dad
crazy.
later blamed himself for driving without getting enough sleep and said he thought he saw someone standing in the middle of the road, so he tried to swerve out of the way.
I know they
But
feel
the
like
slippery
shit,
roads
no
only
cap.
caused him to lose control
Family
off the
idea,
road.
Ouija board. Ouija board. Am I saying that
Number
shit right?
1. Frank and Sarah Piscatelli and their friend Joe Pedenzin were in their basement playing with a Ouija board on December
Basement.
15th, 2013.
Basements are just
A
hunting
recent event
prone.
motivated them to try the Ouija board. Apparently,
care what
Frank
nobody
and
say.
Sarah's grandmother contacted her dead husband just days before she passed away using one. Frank and Sarah wanted to contact
No.
their grandmother, so they
I'm
brought
good.
along a friend to
I'm
bring in
going
more
home.
energy to the
Like,
board
what the
to
fuck?
increase the chances of getting a response.
More energy
Instead
like
of
it's a fucking
contacting their
spirit
grandmother,
bomb or some
however,
shit.
they allegedly contacted a demon who introduced itself as Zozo. Instead of answering the
Zozo.
questions the kids asked, the board spelled out random answers that didn't even relate to the questions. Frank demanded that the demon let them speak to their grandmother, and that's when the lights clicked off in the basement. The power did not go out. They
Hell
all
no.
heard the light switch flick
Me and
off
the
from the
front
bottom
door.
of the stairs. One of them grabbed a flashlight and shined it over to the bottom of the stairs.
What the hell?
And for a brief moment, saw a black figure standing by the light switch.
Hell
Even
no.
in the light provided by the flashlight, the figure was completely black.
Nah, hell no.
Just as suddenly, the lights turned back on and the figure was gone.
Yeah,
the three ran upstairs and locked the basement door.
The light switch.
The next day, they tucked the Ouija board back in the closet and never touched it again.
But you go throw it in the dump.
Frank and Sarah both agreed that the black figure they saw resembled their grandmother.
Nah, Granny ain't finna be sitting there playing with us like that. I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy. The following films of a young girl who allegedly became possessed by the devil after playing with a Ouija board mobile phone app. What? It's your girl. Why are you even playing with a Ouija board phone app? Are you that thirsty for paranormal activity? It ain't funny, man. Like, it ain't funny at all, man. But anyways, that's the video. Shout out Mr. Nightmare. Subscribe to them. How do y'all fuck these videos, man? Do y'all believe in it? Like, do y'all play Ouija boards? Do y'all believe they even work? You feel me? Would you even, gift one to a friend? Comment that down below. But yeah, that's it for today, man. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'm out. Peace.